look at the players first for Bethel College. Number 1 is Billy Jurdy. Number 2 is Mallory Haight. Number 3 is Kristen Schrog. Number 4 is Maggie Stevenson. Number 6 is Carrie Tim. Number 7 is Morgan Peters. Number 8 is Courtney Burkholtz. Number 9 is Bethany Thiessen. Number 12 is Renee Gonzalez. Number 14 is Christy Weems. Number 15 is Whitney Ebner. Number 17 is Lindsay Oliver. Number 18 is Melissa Volk. Number 20 is Kristen Lowhouse. Number 21 is Addison Wolf. And number 22 is Alyssa Schrog. And the Threshers are coached by Chad Schilling in his 3rd year as the head coach for Bethel College. And Bethel College, the 2008 regular season and postseason champions of the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference, going 16-2 in conference play and picking up a pair of wins in the conference tournament, including a 5-game victory over Bethany College on November 15th. Chad Schilling was the KCAC Coach of the Year. Taking a look at the Doane College Tigers.
Number 3, Ashley Sluka.
Taking a look at the non-starters first. Ashley Sluka, the senior out of Milligan. Number 6 is Karen Andresen. Number 10 is Ivy Spear. Number 12 is Megan Medna. Number 13 is Cassie Reichs. And number 15 is Amy Janke. The starters for the Tigers: Heather Davison is number 1. Chelsea Marvin, number 4. Number 5 is Jessie Livers. Number 8 is Kelly Peterson. Number 11 is Nicole Skolnick. Number 14 is Lisa Lord. And the Tiger libero is Emily Schwieza. Crowd here tonight, still filing in as we are nearing the 1,000 point mark as far as attendance goes. Big crowd expected here this evening for this NAIA championship match. Two teams go through to shake hands. They'll huddle up, and we'll have NAIA National Tournament action, opening round, here on the Tiger Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sports. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teens nationwide. NAIA institutions are based on respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character.
And welcome back to Crete, Nebraska. Both teams have taken the court. The down official is checking the rosters. Checking in for the Tigers will be Emily Schwizo. Checking in for the Threshers will be Kristen Schrog. Bethel College will have first serve here in this championship match. Schwizo has taken the court for the Tigers. And Schrog has been given the go-ahead to step on the court. And we are ready to go. 2008 NAIA Opening Round Championship Volleyball. As Alyssa Schrog will have first serve for the Threshers. And we're underway. Serve is going to be picked up by Skolnick, set by Davison to Marvin in the middle. She's going to find the back corner field for Chelsea Marvin. Tigers strike first. Ashley Sluka will check in for the Tigers to serve. Ivy Spear into the front row. Server's up. It's going to be picked up by Wolf. Set goes to the outside to Weens. It's going to be picked up by Skolnick. Set in the middle to Marvin. Dug up in the back row. Set outside to Tim. She's blocked at the net. Dug back up. Shrug set. Back to Weens. Kept alive by Schwiezo. Free balled over by Skolnick, but it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a kill for Weens. No one able to pick it up for Doane, or to at least get it over in time. And the serve from Tim is going to be picked up by Skolnick. Sluka set out to Livers. It's going to be picked up in the back row. One-handed touch over the net, picked up by Skolnick. Set back to the spear, blocked at the net, dug up by Skolnick. Back set goes to Marvin, dug up by Schrog. Now Alicia Schrog with the set, blocked at the net by Doane. Schrog with the set, back to Weens, blocked once again, but in the net was Weens. Point Tigers. Tigers with the block. They lead 2-1. Jesse Livers back to serve for the Tigers. Livers with the jump serve. It's going to be picked up. Attack by Thiessen. Dug up in the back row for Doane. Andresen on the attack. Dug up by Schrod. Bump set. Sent over by Haight. Dug up by Schwiezo. Set in the middle to Marvin. Blocked at the net. Picked up by the Threshers. Set goes out to Thiessen. Dug up by Livers. Schwiezo will set it out to Andresen. She'll catch the back row. Goes off of Shrug and out of bounds. Point Tigers. Andresen with the kill. Livers jump serve. Be picked up by Haight. Bumped up and sent back over by Haight. Picked up by Livers. Bumped up by Sluka. Sent over by Andresen. Picked up by Tim. Set in the middle to Haight. Dug up by Sluka. Set goes out to Andresen. She tries to cut it. Picked up by Schrod. Battle at the net. Picked up by the Threshers. Set to the outside to Thiessen. Blocked. Picked up by Threshers. And the attack from Weens goes out of bounds. Point Tigers. Doane leads 4-1. Livers jump serve. Picked up. Bump set by Schrod. Now sent over by Haight. And it's going to find the floor. Hill for Haight. Mallory Haight will now go back to serve. 4-2 in favor of Doane. Line drive serve picked up by Schwiezo. Set in the middle to Marvin. Slammed to the floor. Kill. Chelsea Marvin. Marvin will go back to serve for the Tigers. Jump serve is up. Line drive picked up by Tim into the net. Free balled over by Oliver. Picked up by the Tigers. Set in the middle to Peterson. Off the tip of the net and off the Tim. Down to the floor. A kill for Kelly Peterson. Marvin jump serve. Goes through the hands of Schrod. A serve for Chelsea Marvin. And with that, Bethel College is going to take a timeout. Doane leads 7-2. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Tiger Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics possible right here on the Tiger Sports Network. Game sponsors include Ken's Pharmacy, Lincoln Orthopedic, Crete True Value, and Pinnacle Bank. Big thanks to our sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics available to you on the Tiger Sports Network.
And welcome back to Crete, Nebraska. Doane College leads game 1, 7-2. We are in the NAIA National Tournament. This is the opening round. One of 12 games played today. Tigers with serve. Marvin gets the whistle. Her jump serve is up. It's going to be sent long out of bounds. Point to the Threshers. Into serve will be Billy Jurdy. Jurdy, the NAIA champion of character for the Threshers. Sends a serve over. It's going to be picked up by Schwezo. Set by Sluka. Out to Andresen. Picked up by Tim. It's going to be free balled over by Thiessen. Tigers on the attack. Andresen into the block. Picked up by Thiessen. Set. Goes back to Thiessen. Through the block. Picked up by Sluka. Spear will bump it up, and it's going to be out of reach of Andresen. Point to the Threshers. 7-4 is the Doane lead. Jurdy, ready for serve, sends it over. Gets a take the net, calls it from Andresen. Ace serve for Billy Jurdy. 3 straight points for the Threshers. Score is 7-5. Jurdy serve, picked up by Andresen. Sluka, back set to Spear. Off the block, picked up by Jurdy. Set by Peters, out to Thiessen, dug up by Jenke. Set, goes to Andresen, she tips it over, and it's going to be free balled over by the Threshers, picked up by Jenke. Sluka, set to Peterson in the middle, tipped over, and it goes off the Schrag, down to the floor. Kill for Kelly Peterson, point Tigers. Heather Davison will check in and serve for Doane. 8-5 is the score. Davison serve, picked up by Schrag. Peters, set, in the middle to Oliver, dug up by Sluka, but it's going to go out of bounds. Point to the Threshers on a kill from Oliver. Addison Wolf will go back to serve. Her jump serve is up, picked up by Andresen, bumped up by Davison, sent over by Andresen, and it's going to go off the Schrag down to the floor. Point Tigers as Andresen gets the kill.
Point for the Tigers. In comes number 5, Jesse Livers. And number 11,
Skolnick back to serve for the Tigers. Serve picked up by Wolf, tipped over by Peters, picked up by Davison. Lord will set it out to Livers. Rolling spike is going to go off of Schrag, out of bounds. Point Tigers on the kill from Livers. 10-6, the Doane lead. Skolnick serve, picked up by Wolf. Peters set, out to Tim, blocked at the net by Lord. Point Tigers. Doane's lead is 5. Serve is up, picked up by Wolf. Peters set to Oliver, blocked at the net, kept alive by Tim. Now Tim on the attack, she tips it over, picked up by Davison. Lord set to Livers, her tip blocked. Kept alive by Oliver. Wolf will set it up, and it's going to be free balled over by Schrag. Picked up by Lord. Davison, set, middle to Peterson, off the block, picked up by Wolf. Jurdy will set it over to Schrag, and Schrag will send it over, picked up by Schwezo. Set, goes out to Livers, and into the block, down to the floor, kill for Jesse Livers. Doane leads by 6 at 12-6 here in game 1. Serve is up. Picked up by Wolf. Peters serve, or sets it up for Oliver. Kept alive by the Tigers. Skolnick pushes it over, and it's going to fall to the floor. Point to the Tigers. Skolnick and Livers collided. Skolnick pushed it over, hit the tape of the net, rolled over. Doane leads 13-6. Serve from Skolnick, picked up by Wolf. Peters sets to Oliver, dug up by Schwezo. But it's going to go into the net, down to the floor. Point to the Threshers. Oliver with the kill. Kristen Schrag will go back to serve. Jump serve. Tape of the net, picked up by Peters. Kept alive, and Doane will push it over. Picked up by Wolf. Attacked by Tim. Dug up by Skolnick. Set to the Peterson. Through the block, picked up by Jurdy. Set goes to Tim. She tips it over, picked up by Davison. Lord with the set out to Livers. She'll send it over, picked up by Wolf. Set will go to Haight. Through the block, picked up by Davison. Peterson will set it up for Livers. Goes off of Jurdy and out of bounds. Point, Doane. 14-7 is the Tiger lead. Peterson serve is into the net. Point to the Threshers. Alyssa Schrag will go back to serve. serve. Picked up by Skolnick. Davison set, back to Lord, through the block. Picked up by Weems. And it's going to be pushed over by Weems, blocked at the net. Shrug sets it to Tim, through the block, picked up by Skolnick. Davison set, middle to Marvin, her tip, picked up by Shrug. Set by Tim and pushed over by Haight, and it's going to go out of bounds off to the Tigers. Point to the Threshers. Shrug still with serve. Now with the jump serve. Picked up by Schwezo. Davison set to Livers. Blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Point to the Tigers on a Jesse Liver kill. Sluka will check in to serve. Serve picked up by Wolf. Set. Goes to Haight. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Tim. Pushed over by Schrog. Sluka will pick it up. Spear. Set to Marvin. Through the block. Kept alive by Tim. Set will go back to her. She goes to the backside. Picked up by Schwezo. Livers attack. Dug up by Wolf. Now Tim on the attacker once again. Picked up by Schwezo. Sluka set to Livers. Off the block, out of bounds. Point to Doane. A couple of times there where Tim sent it over is picked up by Schwezo, two high school teammates at Beatrice High School here in Nebraska. Sluka serve, picked up by Wolf. Set goes to Weems, picked up by the Tigers. Now Skolnick will free ball it over, picked up by Schrott. Set in the middle to Haight. She tips it over, kept alive by Spear. Set goes to Livers, blocked at the net. And they're going to say 4 touches on the Tigers as Livers' attack was not touched by the block. So the attack error on Livers and point to the Threshers. 16-10 is the Doane lead. Carry Tim back to serve. Jump serve is over. Picked up by Doane. Set by Sluka, out to Livers, blocked at the net, kept alive by Marvin. Sluka will dump it over, picked up by Tim. Set goes out to Thiessen, and it's going to be the block out of bounds. Point to the Threshers. Tim jump serve, picked up by Skolnick. Sluka set, back to Spear. Goes off a shrug and kept alive momentarily, but they're going to say it hit the floor as Weems tried to get a pancake dig. Was not the case. Spear with the kill. Doane leads 17-11. Livers. Jump serve is up. Picked up by the Threshers. Set goes to Thiessen. Blocked at the net. And they're going to say Doane was in the net as Ivy Spear caught a little bit of the twine. 17-12 is the Doane lead as Mallory Haight will go back to serve. Serve is over, picked up by Andresen. Sluka, that's going to be an overpass and dumped over by Thiessen. Point to the Threshers. Thiessen on the kill. 17-13 Doane leads. Haight serve, line drive goes off to Jenkins. Point to the Threshers on the ace serve. Doane's lead has been cut to 3, 17-14. Haight, serve is up, picked up by Schwezo. Sluka, set to Marvin, through the block, kept alive by Weems. Set will be pushed over by Haight, dug up by Spear, and it's going to fall between Sluka and Schwezo. Point to the Threshers. 2-point game here in game number 1. Line drive service sent out of bounds. Point to the Tigers. Jump serve from Marvin is going to be in for an ace serve. Chelsea Marvin with her second ace serve here in game number 1. 19-15 the Doane lead. Jump serve from Marvin. Picked up by Schrog. Peters will dump it over. Picked up by Livers. Set will go to Andresen. Blocked at the net and down on the Tiger side. Point to the Threshers. Oliver and Weems on the block. Jurdy will check in to serve for the Threshers. 19-16 is the Doane lead here in game one. Serve picked up by Livers. Sluka set out to Andresen, blocked and out of bounds. Point to the Tigers as Andresen gets the kill. Substitutions for the Tigers. Davison will come in to serve. Serve is going to be picked up by Schrag. Attacked by Thiessen, picked up by Livers. Set goes to Peterson, and she splits a pair of pressures for the kill. Ball split between Jurdy and Tim, and Doane leads 21-16, and we'll take another timeout. This one by Bethel College, their second of game number one. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sports. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teens nationwide. NAIA institutions are based on respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character.
And welcome back to Crete, Nebraska, as we get ready to go out of this timeout. Doane leads 21-16. Tigers with serve. Davison back to serve. Serve is up. Picked up by Tim. Set in the middle to Oliver. Through the block and down on a floor. Kill for Lindsay Oliver. 21-17. The Doane lead. Wolf back to serve for Bethel College. Jump serve is up, and it's sent long out of bounds. Point to Doane. (22-17) is the Doane lead. Skolnick in to serve. Her serve is up. Picked up by Wolf. Peters set out to Tim. She'll tip it over, picked up by Davison. Lord sets it out to Livers over the block and inside the back line. A kill for Jesse Livers. Livers unofficially with 6 kills here in this first game. Skolnick, serve is up. Picked up by Wolf. Peters will bump it up. Tim will tip it over. Picked up by Davison. Set. Goes to Peterson. Blocked at the net and out of bounds is the call, as Doane was not able to try and dig it up as it went out of bounds. And Peterson will get the kill. 24-17, game point number 1. Serve is picked up by Wolf, dumped over by Peters, picked up by Davison. Set goes to Livers, and she sends it to the floor for a kill. Doane takes game number 1 of this NAIA opening round matchup. Doane 25, Bethel College 17. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have game number 2 here on the Tiger Sports Network.
You're listening to Doane College Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Network. The Tiger Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics possible right here on the Tiger Sports Network. Game sponsors include Ken's Pharmacy, Lincoln Orthopedic, Crete True Value, and Pinnacle Bank. Big thanks to our sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics available to you on the Tiger Sports Network. At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sports. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teens nationwide. NAIA institutions are based on respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character. This is Doane College Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Network.
The
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is an affiliated conference of the NAIA, consisting of 13 private, faith-based colleges and universities in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. The GPAC is one of the premier conferences in the country, with 13-team NAIA national champions and numerous individual champions. Our most recent NAIA team national champion is the 2008 Northwestern women's basketball team. For more information about the GPAC, including news, scores, stats, and more, visit our website at gpacsports.com. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, America's small college super conference.
Welcome back to Crete, Nebraska. NAIA Championship Volleyball here on the Tiger Sports Network. Doane took game number 1, 25-17, as they will have serve here in game number 2. Tigers and Threshers have both taken the court. Kristen Schrag given the okay to take the floor for the Threshers. Emily Schwiezo in the back row for the Tigers. The two liberos are in. Ashley Sluka will serve first here in game number 2 for Doane. Sluka serves, sent over, picked up by Schrag. Kept alive by Tim and freeballed over by Weems. Picked up by Schwiezo. Set to Marvin. Through the block, down to the floor. Kill for Chelsea Marvin. Doane takes first point here in game number 2. Serve is up, picked up by Schrag. Schrag with the set, and sent to the floor by Haight. A kill for Mallory Haight. Kristen and Alyssa Schrag, both sisters. Served by Tim, picked up by Livers. Sluka sets it up, and Livers will free ball it over. Picked up by Tim in the back row. Set goes out to Thiessen, dug up by Schwiezo. Sluka set to Livers, sends it over, picked up by Tim. It's going to be sent over by Haight, and I believe they're going to say Schrag was under the net. Point to the Tigers. Doane leads 2-1. Down official explaining what happened to Coach Schilling. 2-1 is the Doane lead as Livers has gone back to serve. Jump serve is up, and it's into the net. Point to the Threshers. 3 service errors so far in this match for Doane, 2 in game 1, and that was the first one here in game 2. Serve from Haight can be picked up by Andresen. Sluka set back to Spear, and she finds the back portion of the court. Kill for Ivy Spear. Marvin with serve for the Tigers. Jump serve, picked up by Schrag. Set. Going to be sent over by Weems, picked up by Spear. Janke will bump it up, but she's going to be called for 2 touches. Point to the Threshers, and we're tied at 3. Janke called with the double contact, gives the side out to Bethel, and Billy Jurdy will check in to serve, picked up by Janke. Sluka, back set, Peterson tip, blocked at the net, picked up by Peterson. Janke will bump it up for Andresen on the outside, and she finds the middle of the court for a kill on the soft touch. Mentioned earlier that Billy Jurdy was the NAIA champion of character for Bethel. Doane's champion of character is Amy Janke, the senior out of Chapman. Davison serve, picked up by Schrag. Peters sets it up for Oliver, picked up by Andresen. Set will go back to Andresen. Dug up by Schrag. Peters sets it up. Oliver on the tip, picked up by Peterson. Back set to Lord. And it's going to be off of Tim. Peters will set it to the outside. Thiessen on the tip. Davison will keep it alive, send it over. Threshers on the attack. Oliver is going to send it wide out of bounds. Point to Doane. 5-3 is the Tiger lead. Serve from Davison. Picked up by Jurdy. Peters will set it up for Thiessen, who sends it over. Picked up by Jenke. Bumped up by Davison. Andresen cuts it. Picked up by Shrug. Bump set to Thiessen. Dug up by Jenke. Davison set out to Andresen. Dug up by Shrug. Kept alive by Tim. Free balled over by Oliver. Picked up by Schwiezo. Set in the middle to Peterson. Blocked at the net. Picked up by Jenke. Andresen with the set out to Lord. And it goes off the Shrug down to the floor. A kill for Lisa Lord. Great rally by both teams. Doane takes a 6-3 lead. Davison's serve is in the net. Point to the Threshers on the side out. Back to serve is Addison Wolf. Jump serve is up. Picked up by Jenke. Davison sets it up for Peterson. Picked up by Shrug. Wolf will set it up, and it's going to be bumped over by Peters. Picked up by Jenke. Set back to Lord. Off the block and down to the floor. A kill for Lisa Lord. Livers and Skolnick will check back in for the Tigers. Skolnick back to serve. Doane leads 7-4. Here in game number 2. Serve picked up by Jurdy. Set goes out to Tim. Off the block. Kept alive by Livers. Davison set back to Livers. Through the block. Picked up by Jurdy. Peters will set it out to Tim. Goes through the block off of Skolnick. Keeping it alive is Schwiezo. Davison will try to send it over, and it's going to be set and play. Picked up by the Threshers. Oliver attack. Kept alive by Skolnick. Davison will set it up. Skolnick back row attack. Blocked at the net. Sent back over. Skolnick picks it up. Davison set to Peterson. Through the block. Picked up by Wolf. Picked up by Peters. Sent over by Tim. Picked up by Skolnick. Set to Lord. Her cut. Picked up by Jurdy. Overpass. Picked up by the Tigers. Davison sets it out to Livers. Picked up by Wolf. Peters sets it up for Oliver. Off the block. Picked up by Davison. Lord with the set. Out to Livers. Off the tape of the net. Down the floor. Kill for Jesse Livers. Doane leads 8-4. Skolnick serve. Picked up by Jurdy. Peters will set it up for Oliver, and she puts it in the back corner. Kill for Lindsay Oliver. 8-5 is the Doane lead. Shrug back to serve. Kristen Shrug is the one back to serve. Jump serve is up and over, picked up by Schwiezo. Davison set out to Livers. Tips it over, picked up by Tim. Attacked by Haight, blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Point to the Threshers. Doane's lead is 2. Shrug, jump serve. Picked up by Skolnick. Davison sets it out to Livers. Picked up by Shrug. Picked away by Peters. Shrug will send it over. Picked up by Schwiezo. Davison set out to Livers. Picked up by Wolf in the back row. Bumped up by Jurdy. Free balled over by Haight. Picked up by Schwiezo. Set goes to Peterson. Through the block. Picked up by Wolf. Peters will bump it up for Tim. She'll push it over. Picked up by Schwiezo. Davison set back to Lord. Her cut blocked at the net. Picked up by Tim. Peters will bump it up. Haight will send it over through the block. Down the floor. A kill for Mallory Haight. 8-7 is the Doane lead. Shrug. Jump serve. Over. Picked up by Schwiezo. Set to Peterson and Davison. He's going to be called for a double contact. We're tied at 8 here in game number 2. Shrug. Jump serve. Over. Picked up by Schwiezo. Davison will set it out to Livers. Picked up by Wolf. Peters will set it out to Tim. Blocked at the net. Kept alive momentarily by Shrug, but he goes out of bounds. Blocked for the Tigers. Gives Doane the lead 9-8. Kelly Peterson back to serve. Jump serve. Picked up by Wolf. Bumped up for Tim. She'll push it over. Picked up by Davison. Lord with the set out to Livers. Picked up by Wolf. Set middle to Haight. She'll push it over. Kept alive by Davison. Peterson with the set to Livers. blocked at the net, picked up by Haight. Jurdy with the set out to Tim. Through the block, off the Skolnick, and out of bounds. Point to the Threshers. Tied at 9. Alyssa Shrug will come in to serve. Her jump serve is up, hits the tape of the net, picked up by Schwiezo. Davison set out to Livers, blocked at the net, kept alive by Skolnick. Set goes to Marvin, off the block, picked up by Wolf. Set goes out to Tim, picked up by Davison. Lord with the set to Marvin, roll spike, picked up by Shrug, bumped up, tacked by Tim, blocked at the net, kept alive by Shrug, and 4 touches going to be called on the Threshers. So Tim's attack did not get over, and Doane retakes the lead, 10-9. Sluka will come in to serve. Sluka serve off the tape of the net, picked up by Tim, attacked by Haight, through the block down to the floor. Mallory Haight ties the game up at 10. Tim will go back to serve for the Threshers. Jump serve is up, picked up by Livers. Sluka set, back to Livers. Over the block, picked up by Shrug. Shrug with the set now. Attacked by Thiessen, kept alive by Skolnick for the moment. It goes into the crowd. Point to the Threshers, and they take their first lead at 11-10 here in game number 2. Jump serve by Tim, picked up by Livers, overpass, jumped back by Thiessen. Point to the Threshers, and Doane will take a timeout. Bethel College leads 12-10 here in game number 2. Doane leads the match 1-0. We'll be back in just a moment.
At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sports. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teens nationwide. NAIA institutions are based on respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character. This is Doane College Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Network.
And welcome back to Crete. We're in game number 2. Threshers with a 12-10 lead. Doane leads the match 1-0. Threshers with serve. It's Carrie Tim. Her jump serve is up. Picked up by Livers. Sluka will set it back to Spear. Through the block. Picked up by Tim. Shrug. Set. Attacked by Weens. Is blocked at the net. Picked up by Shrug. Shrug now on the set. Sent over by Thiessen. Set in the middle to Marvin, and down to the floor, kill, Chelsea Marvin. Again, the Shrug sisters are both on the court right now, so if you hear shrug to shrug, that's the case. Livers serve picked up by Haight. Set goes to Weens, but she is unable to get it over. Point to the Tigers. We're tied at 12. Livers jump serve, picked up, and it's going to be a sent over by Haight, dug up by the Tigers. Set goes to Spear, off the block and into the antenna. Point to the Tigers on the Ivy Spear. Kill. Livers jump serve, picked up by Tim. Shrug will set it up for Thiessen. She cuts it, picked up by Andresen. Sluka set to Marvin. And it's going to fall on the Tiger side as it's either blocked or off the tape of the net. Either way, it's a point to the Threshers. We're tied at 13. Mallory Haight back to serve. Line drive serve picked up by Schwiezo. Sluka set her dump, picked up by Shrug. Set it up for Oliver, and it's going to fall to the floor. Kill for Lindsay Oliver. Allison Shrug on the last dig as Kristen is out of the game currently. Haight serve picked up by Schwiezo. Set to Marvin through the block, picked up by Spear. Spear now on the attack, sent way long out of bounds. As her cut was sent a little too high up over the block. And Bethel leads 15-13. Serve picked up by Andresen, kept alive by Sluka, pushed over by Marvin, but she's going to push it long out of bounds. And Doane is going to take another timeout. Bethel College leads 16-13 here in game number 2. You're listening to Doane College Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Network.
Great Plains Athletic Conference is an affiliated conference of the NAIA, consisting of 13 private, faith-based colleges and universities in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. Last year, the GPAC boasted over 400 NAIA scholar athletes. This commitment to academics is a testament to the hard work of our student athletes, coaches, professors, and administrators. For more information about the GPAC, including dues, scores, stats, and more, visit our website at gpacsports.com. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, America's small college super conference.
And welcome back to Crete, Nebraska, as we are in game number 2. Bethel College leads 16-13. Tigers do lead the match 1-0. Mallory Haight is serving for the Threshers. Serve is up, picked up by Janke, bumped up by Sluka. Andresen attack, picked up in the back row by Haight. Thiessen will try to tip it over, but it goes into the antenna. Point to the Tigers. Thiessen on the attack error, and Doane gets the side out. 16-14 is the Thresher lead. Marvin, jump serve is up and over. Picked up by Tim, and two touches going to be called on Alyssa Schrag. Point to Doane, and Tigers within a point. Marvin, jump serve, off of Tim and down through the net. Ace serve for Chelsea Marvin. Marvin with 3 ace serves here in this match so far. Marvin, jump serve, picked up by Kristen Schrag. Set, can be tipped over, picked up by Janke. Set will go to Spear through the block, and a lift going to be called on Oliver. And Doane is battled back to take the lead at 17-16. And a timeout going to be taken by Bethel College. That's their first. And we'll take one as well. We'll be back in just a moment.
At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sports. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teens nationwide. NAIA institutions are based on respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character.
And welcome back to Crete. Bethel has taken the court. Doane coach Cindy Meyer is still giving a little bit of instruction, and now the Tigers are taking the court as well. Doane does have serve and the 1-point lead. Marvin, jump serve is up and over off the tape of net, kept alive by Weems. And now Weems will push it over, kept up by Sluka. Set, goes out to Andresen, through the block, picked up by Thiessen. Schrag will set it up for Weems, and she'll go through the block and down to the floor. Christy Weems with the kill. Billy Jurdy back to serve. Peters into the front row, she'll set. Tigers on the attack. Andresen will tip it over, picked up by Thiessen. Peters will set it up. Jurdy will send it over, picked up by Janke. Sluka set to Andresen. Off the block, picked up by Timms. Pushed over by the Threshers. And free ball over now by the Tigers. Tim will keep it alive. Peters sets it up for Oliver. Picked up by Andresen. Sluka, back set to Spear. Dug up by Tim. Peters set to Oliver, is sent wide. Point to the Tigers. 18-17, the Doane advantage. Davison, serve is up. Picked up by Tim, into the net, kept alive by Peters. Oliver will send it over, picked up by Schwiezo. Andresen's attack, kept alive by Schrag and Jurdy. And now Thiessen will send over, picked up by Davison. Lord, set to Andresen, off the block and off a shrug. Point to the Tigers. Andresen with the kill. Doane leads by 2. And Bethel College will take another timeout. That's their second. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll have the completion of game number 2. You're listening to NAIA Championship Volleyball here on the Tiger Sports Network.
The Tiger Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics possible right here on the Tiger Sports Network. Game sponsors include Ken's Pharmacy, Lincoln Orthopedic, Crete True Value, and Pinnacle Bank. Big thanks to our sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics available to you on the Tiger Sports Network.
And welcome back to Crete. Doane has taken the court. Threshers are breaking the huddle. Doane leads 19-17 here in game number 2. Davison does have serve. Davison serve for the Tigers is off the tip of the net, picked up by Tim, set by Peters to Oliver, and it's going to be out of bounds, just wide. Point to the Tigers. Doane leads by 3. Davison serve, picked up by Schrag. Set, goes to Thiessen, and off the net on the Tiger side. Kill for Thiessen. Bethel gets a side out. 20-18, Doane leads. Edison Wolf will check in to serve. Wolf is in ready. Her jump serve is up and over, picked up by Janke. Davison set, out to Andresen, through the block and into the Bethel bench. Point to the Tigers. Doane's lead is 3, 21-18. Skolnick in to serve. Skolnick serve, picked up by Wolf. Peters will set it up for Tim, off the block, kept alive by Livers and Davison, freeballed over by Schwiezo. Schrag will pick it up. Peters, back set to Oliver, off the block, picked up by Lord. Davison bumps it up. Peterson will tip it over, picked up by Peters. Tim sets it up for Oliver, and Oliver with the tip finds an open spot and gets the kill. Kristen Schrag in to serve. Senior Defensive Player of the Year in the KCAC. Server's over, picked up by Skolnick. Set, goes to Peterson, picked up by Wolf. Peters will set it out to Tim. She cuts it just inside the far line. And Tim with the kill, and her score is 21-20 in favor of Doane. Schrag, jump serve, picked up by Schwiezo. Set, goes to Livers. Off a Jerdy, kept alive by Wolf. Free balled over by Peters, picked up by Livers. Set to Lisa Lord, and just wide up the back line. Point to the Threshers, and we're tied at 21. Schrag still with serve. Tied at 21. Jump serve. Picked up by Schwiezo. Davison set to Peterson. And it's down to the floor. A kill for Kelly Peterson. And Peterson will go back to serve. Doane retakes a 1-point lead. 22-21 here in game number 2. Peterson jump serve. Picked up by Wolf. Peters the set to Haight. And she'll push it over. We're tied at 22 on the Mallory Haight kill. Back to serve is Alyssa Schrag. Schrag serve, picked up by Livers. Davison set to Marvin, and Davison called for the double contact. Threshers take the 1-point lead at 23-22. Schrag serve. Short serve picked up by Schwiezo. Davison set out to Livers. Picked up by Schrag, overpass. Picked up by Davison. Lord, the set out to Livers. picked up by Kristen Shrug. Wolf will set it up. Tim will push it over, blocked at the net. Free ball over, picked up by Tigers. Set goes to Lord. Goes out of her reach. She's going to end up putting it into the net. And we have game point number 1 for the Threshers here in game number 2. 24-22 is the Thresher lead. Serve is up, picked up by Skolnick. Set to Marvin. Over the block, picked up by Wolf. Set goes out to Tim. She'll tip it over, picked up by Livers. Davison set to Marvin. Through the block, but pushed back over. Now the Tigers on the attack. Livers attack, picked up by Shrug. And Williams tries to send the attack over, but it's blocked one-on-one by Livers. Point to Doane. Threshers will have game point number 2, leading 24-23. Ashley Sluka in to serve. Her serve is up. Picked up by Shrug. Shrug on the set to Weems. Goes through the hand of Livers and out of bounds. Point to the Threshers. And Bethel College battles back to take game 2, 25-23. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have game number 3. NAIA Championship Volleyball here in the opening round. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is an affiliated conference of the NAIA, consisting of 13 private, faith-based colleges and universities in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. Last year, the GPAC boasted over 400 NAIA scholar athletes. This commitment to academics is a testament to the hard work of our student athletes, coaches, professors, and administrators. For more information about the GPAC, including news, scores, stats, and more, visit our website at gpacsports.com. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, America's small college super conference.
You're listening to Doane College Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Network. The Tiger Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics possible right here on the Tiger Sports Network. Game sponsors include Ken's Pharmacy, Lincoln Orthopedic, Crete True Value, and Pinnacle Bank. Big thanks to our sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics available to you on the Tiger Sports Network. At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sports. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teens nationwide. NAIA institutions are based on respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character. This is Doane College Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Network.
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is an affiliated conference of the NAIA, consisting of 13 private, faith-based colleges and universities in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. The GPAC is one of the premier conferences in the country, with 13-team NAIA national champions and numerous individual champions. Our most recent NAIA team national champion is the 2008 Northwestern women's basketball team. For more information about the GPAC, including news, scores, stats, and more, visit our website at gpacsports.com. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, America's small college super conference.
Championship Volleyball here on the Tiger Sports Network. We're getting ready for game number 3 here in the opening round between Bethel College and Doane College. Tied at a game apiece. Doane taking game 1, 25-17. Bethel College taking game 2, 25-23. And Alyssa Shrug will have first serve. Can be picked up by Skolnick. Davison set to Marvin. And it's down to the floor. Kill Chelsea Marvin. Doane picks up the first point of game number 3. Sluka, serve. Picked up by Tim. Set to Haight, blocked at the net, picked up by Wolf. Shrug will set it up for Tim. Dug up by Sluka. Bump set by Spear to Livers, picked up by Wolf. Haight will tip it over. Picked up by Skolnick. Set goes to Marvin. And inside the back line, kill Chelsea Marvin. Doane leads 2-0. Sluka, serve. And it's down for an ace, just in front of Shrug. Sluka, the ace serve for Doane, and Tigers lead 3-0. Sluka serve, picked up by Shrug. Shrug with the set. It's going to be out of bounds as it hits the net outside the antenna. Point to the Tigers. Sluka's serve is up. Picked up by Tim. Shrug with the set to Haight. And just inside the line for a kill. Threshers get on the board. 4-1. As the Doane lead is Tim will go back to serve. Jump serve. Picked up by Skolnick. Bumped up by Livers. Free balled over by Spear. Shrug will pick it up. Pass to Shrug. Haight on the attack. And into the block, and it goes out of bounds. Point to the Threshers. Jump serve from Tim. Picked up by Skolnick. Overpass, landed on the floor by Haight. Point to the Threshers. 4-3 is the Doane lead. Tim serve. Short, picked up by Skolnick. Sluka set to Marvin, and it goes through the hands of Alyssa Shrug. Out of bounds, kill for Marvin, and a point for the Tigers. Livers will go back to serve. Server's up, picked up by Tim. Set, goes to Haight, blocked at the net, picked up by Tim. Now Weems, her attack is going to go into the net. Point to the Tigers. 6-3 is the Doane lead. Livers, jump serve, picked up by Tim. Set, Tim on the back row attack is going to be sent long, and a point to Doane. Livers, serve is going to be picked up by Tim, kept out of the net by Shrug, and pushed over by Bethel. Doane, attack by Spear, blocked at the net, and it goes out of bounds. A kill for Ivy Spear. And with that, Bethel will take a timeout. Doane leads 8-3. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sports. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teens nationwide. NAIA institutions are based on respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character. This is Doane College Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Network.
And welcome back to Crete. Doane leads 8-3 here in game number 3. We're tied at 1 game apiece. Livers will serve for Doane. Livers, jump servers up, picked up by Tim. Set, goes to Haight. She'll push it over, picked up by Sluka. Attack by Andresen, off the block, out of bounds. Kill for Andresen. Doane's lead is 6. Livers still at serve. Livers jump serve is just inside the back line. A serve for Jessie Livers. Doane leads 10-3. Serve is up. Picked up by Tim. Shrug. Set. Out to Thiessen. Through the block. Down to the floor. Kill. For Bethany Thiessen.
Substitutions number 17. Lindsay Oliver.
Back to serve will be Mallory Haight. Serves it into the net. Point to the Tigers. Marvin, jump serve, picked up by Shrug. Now Shrug with the set, and it's going to go over the net out of bounds. Point to the Tigers. Morgan Peters will re-enter the game. Marvin with serve, Doane leads 12-4. Serve picked up by Shrug. Peters will pick it up, and it goes out over the net. Another point to the Tigers, 13-4, the Doane lead. Marvin, serve, off the tape of the net, kept alive by Shrug. Bumped up by Weems, sent over by Thiessen. Picked up by the Tigers, set, goes to Andresen. Her cat is down to the floor, just in front of Shrug. Point Doane. Doane takes the double-digit lead, 14-4. Marvin, jump serve, is up. Picked up by Tim. Peters will set it up. Pushed over by Weems, dug up by Janke. Set to Andresen. Through the block, picked up by Tim. Peters will bump it up. Oliver on the attack. Blocked by Peterson. Point Tigers. And Bethel College will take their second timeout. Doane leads 15-4. Here in game number 3. We're tied at 1 game apiece.
The Tiger Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics possible right here on the Tiger Sports Network. Game sponsors include Ken's Pharmacy, Lincoln Orthopedic, Crete True Value, and Pinnacle Bank. Big thanks to our sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics available to you on the Tiger Sports Network.
And welcome back to NAIA Championship Volleyball here on the Tiger Sports Network. Opening round action between Doane College and Bethel College. We are in game number 3 as Doane leads 15-4. Match once again is tied at a game apiece. Doane took game 1 25-17. Bethel took game 2 25-23. Chelsea Marvin still with serve for the Tigers. Her serve is up and down on the floor for an ace serve as it goes off of Weems. Point to the Tigers. Marvin with 4 ace serves here in the match. Jump serve, picked up by Shrug. Peters will set it up for Weems. She tries to cut it and right down the line, and it's in for a kill. Weems picking up the kill. Side out to the Threshers. Served by Jurdy is picked up by Schwizo. Attacked by Peterson. Blocked at the net. Picked up by Peters. Oliver on the attack. Picked up by Janke. Sluka. Back set to Spear. And down to the floor. She splits the defense. Ivy Spear with the kill. Couple substitutions as Heather Davison will come in to serve. Tigers lead 17-5. Serve from Davison. Picked up by Tim. Peters will try to dump it over. It's blocked by Andresen. Point to Doane. 18-5 is the Tiger lead. Here in game number 3. Serve picked up by Tim. Peters will set it up for Oliver. Blocked. Push back. Tim will pick it up. Set to Thiessen. Blocked once again, and this time down to the floor on the Thresher side. Point to the Tigers as Lord and Peterson picked up the kill. 19-5 is the lead. Davison serve off the tip of the net. Ace serve! Heather Davison. Substitution as Maggie Stevenson will check in. Replacing Thiessen. Again, Bethel without any timeouts. Trying to slow down the Tiger momentum. 20-5 lead. Serve picked up by Shrug. Set to Stevenson. Blocked at the net by Lord and Peterson. Point Doane. Doane leads 21-5. Davison serve, picked up by Shrug. Peters will set it up for Oliver. Dug up by Janke. Davison set. Out to Andresen. She'll tip it over. Picked up by Tim. Set. Goes out to Stevenson. Her tip hits the antenna. Point to Doane. Tigers lead 22-5. Substitution once again for Bethel. This time it's going to be Thiessen replacing Stevenson. Davison serve. Picked up by Tim. Set to Oliver in the middle. Block picked up by the Tigers. Davison will set it up for Andresen. Off the block, picked up by Tim. Peters will set it up. Thiessen will roll it over. Picked up by Schwiezo. Set goes out to Andresen. Picked up by Schrag, over past Andresen once again, but this time it's going to be sent long out of bounds. Point to the Threshers. 22-6 is the lead for Doane here in game number 3. Wolf with serve. Her serve is up and over, picked up by Janke. Davison set to Peterson. Through the block, down to the floor. Kill, Kelly Peterson. Substitution for the Tigers as Skolnick will come in to serve. Skolnick's serve is up. Picked up by Wolf. Peters will set it up for Oliver. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Wolf. Peters will set it up for Tim. She cuts it just inside the line. Point to the Threshers. Tim with the kill. 23-7 is the Doane lead. Kristen Schrag, serve, is up and over. Picked up by Schwiezo. Davison set to Peterson. Through the block, off the 30, out of bounds. Point to the Tigers on the Peterson kill. 24-7, game point number 1. Peterson, jump serve, picked up by the Threshers. Set goes out to Tim, kept alive by Peterson. Set to Marvin, and dug out by Wolf. Set goes out to Tim, she'll send it over, picked up by Livers. Davison set to Marvin. Just sent long, and out of bounds. Point to Bethel College. 24-8 is the lead. Doane with game point number 2. Alyssa Schrag will check in to serve. Schrag's serve is up. Picked up by Livers. Davison, back set to Lord. Picked up by Schrag. Bumped up by Weems. And battle at the net, pushed back, picked up by the Threshers. Pushed over by Weems. Davison will pick it up. Lord, set. Out to Livers. Cut. Down to the floor. It goes through the block. Point for Doane. And the Tigers take game number 3, 25-8. So Doane takes a 2-1 advantage here in the opening round of the NAIA Championship. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have some scores from earlier competition here today, or around the country today in the NAIA tournament. Take a look at the teams that have qualified already. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is an affiliated conference of the NAIA, consisting of 13 private, faith-based colleges and universities in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. Last year, the GPAC boasted over 400 NAIA scholar athletes. This commitment to academics is a testament to the hard work of our student athletes, coaches, professors, and administrators. For more information about the GPAC, including dues, scores, stats, and more, visit our website at gpacsports.com. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, America's small college super conference.
You're listening to Doane College Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Network. The Tiger Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics possible right here on the Tiger Sports Network. Game sponsors include Ken's Pharmacy, Lincoln Orthopedic, Crete True Value, and Pinnacle Bank. Big thanks to our sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics available to you on the Tiger Sports Network. At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sports. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teens nationwide. NAIA institutions are based on respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character.
Welcome back to Crete, Nebraska. As we get ready for game number 4, a quick look at some of the other scores from earlier today. Olivet Nazarene advanced with a 3-game victory. Indiana Tech advanced with a 3-game victory. Point Loma advanced with a 3-game victory. College of Idaho advanced with a 4-game victory. Lubbock Christian with a 3-game victory. And Southern Wesleyan advanced with a 5-game victory. Bethel on the attack, and it's going to be a kill for Mallory Haight. 6 teams are in already. Update from Sioux Center, Iowa, as Dordt College leads their match 1-0. Serve by Tim is in the net. Point to the Tigers, and we're tied at 1. Jesse Livers with serve. Can be picked up by Tim. Schrag will set it up for Thiessen. Picked up by Livers. Sluka set to Marvin. Off of Schrag, down on the floor. Kill for Chelsea Marvin. 2-1 the Doane lead. Livers serve. Picked up by Haight. Schrag will set it up for Haight. Her tip is off the block, down on the Tiger side. A point to the Threshers. Haight with the kill, and she'll go back to serve. Serve off the tape of the net, picked up by Andresen. Set, goes to Spear through the block, picked up by Wolf. That was Haight. Oliver tips it over. Spear will set it up for Andresen. Picked up by Tim. Schrag will bump it up. Oliver will free ball it over. Picked up by Sluka. Spear set to Marvin. She'll send it over. Picked up by Tim. Set goes to Thiessen. Dug up by Janke. Sluka set out to Andresen. Inside the back line. Kill for Tara. Andresen. Doane leads 3-2 here in game number 4. Jump serve from Marvin. Picked up by Tim. Sent over by Schrag. Picked up by Sluka. Set goes to Andresen. Dug up by Schrag. Back row attack from Tim. Blocked by Peterson. She'll pick it up. Set goes to Andresen. Off the block. Picked up by Janke. And it's going to be free balled over by Marvin. Schrag will pick it up. Schrag set to Oliver. Blocked at the net, but down on the Tiger side. After Spear tried to play it out. Point to the Threshers. We're tied at 3. Jurdy will step in to serve. Peters in to set. Jurdy serve. Picked up by Janke. Sluka set. Out to Andresen. Through the block. Picked up by Schrag. Peters set to Thiessen. She'll cut it. Picked up by Andresen. Sluka set to Peterson in the middle. Tip. Picked up by Schrag. Overpass. Picked up by Spear. Andresen on the attack. Goes off of Tim and hits the ceiling, comes straight down. Point to the Tigers on the kill. Davis will come in to serve. Doane leads 4-3. Serve. Picked up by Tim. Peters will dump it over. Picked up by Davison. Lord. Bump set to Peterson. Dug up by Schrag. Peters on the set. Thiessen will send it over. It goes off of Janke, out of bounds. Point to the Threshers. Tied at 4 here in game number 4. Doane leads the match 2-1. Jump serve from Wolf. Picked up by Janke. Davison set to Peterson. Picked up by Peters. Tim sets it up for Peters. She'll dump it over. Picked up by Lord. And Lord going to be called for a lift. Threshers take the 1-point lead. Served by Wolf. Picked up by Janke. Davison set. Out to Andresen. And it goes off the dirty. Down to the floor. A kill for Andresen. We're tied at 5. Skolnick in to serve for the Tigers. Served by Skolnick. Picked up by Wolf. Set. Goes to Oliver. Her cut is going to be sent long and wide. Point to the Tigers. Skolnick serve. He picked up by Wolf. Peters sets it up for Tim. Dug up by Skolnick. Davison will set it up for Livers. Tipped over, picked up by Wolf. Peters will set it out to Tim. Cuts it down the line. It goes off of the block and into the official stand. Point to the Threshers. Schrag back to serve. Serve picked up by Skolnick. Davison set to Peterson. Sent long. Point, Bethel College. 7-6, the Bethel lead. Jump serve. Picked up by Schwezo. Set by Davison. Out to Livers through the block. Down to the floor. A kill for Jesse Livers. Kelly Peterson to serve for the Tigers. Picked up by Schrag. Peters sets it up for Tim. Blocked at the net. Goes off of Tim, out of bounds. Point down. Tigers lead 8-7. Jump serve. Picked up by Wolf. Peters will set it up for Tim. Gets it through the block. Picked up by Skolnick. Set goes to Marvin. Dug up by Wolf. Peters sets it up for Tim. She'll tip it over. Picked up by Davison. Lord with the set. Out to Livers. Goes off a dirty, out of bounds. Point Tigers on the Jesse Livers kill. Peterson still with serve. Doane leads by 2. Serve picked up by Schrag. Peters will set it up for Haight. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Threshers. Davison will pick it up. Set goes out to Livers, and it goes off of Wolf and Schrag. Point Doane on the Jesse Livers kill. Peterson serve. Picked up by Schrag. Set to Haight. Her tip picked up by Skolnick. Set goes to Lord. Blocked at the net, down on the Tiger side. Point to the Threshers. 10-8, Doane leads here in game number 4. Alyssa Schrag back to serve. Her serve is up, picked up by Skolnick. Davison set to Marvin, picked up by Schrag. Battle at the net, pushed back by Marvin, and down to the floor. Kill for Chelsea Marvin. Ashley Sluka in to serve for the Tigers. Doane leads by 3. Serve picked up in the back row, and Haight will send it over, but it's going to go out of bounds. Point to the Tigers. Doane leads 12-8, and we have a timeout by Bethel College. We're going to take a quick break as well. You're listening to NAIA Championship Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Network.
The Tiger Sports Network would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics possible right here on the Tiger Sports Network. Game sponsors include Ken's Pharmacy, Lincoln Orthopedic, Crete True Value, and Pinnacle Bank. Big thanks to our sponsors for making this broadcast of Doane College Athletics available to you on the Tiger Sports Network.
And welcome back. Doane leads game number 4, 12-8, leads the match 2 games to 1. Bethel College breaks the huddle. Again, 6 teams have already advanced. Doane is 13 points away from advancing themselves to Sioux City on December 2nd. They have a lot of work to do yet tonight. Service picked up by Wolf. Set goes out to Weems. It goes into the net. Point to the Tigers. 13-8 is the Doane lead. Sluka. Serve is up. Picked up by Wolf. Set goes to Tim. Off the block, picked up by Livers. Schweitzer will set it up for Livers. Her attack dug up by Wolf. Back set to Weems, blocked at the net. Kept alive by Bethel, battle at the net, pushed down by Chelsea Marvin. Point Doane. Tigers lead is 6. Sluka, serve is up. Picked up by Wolf. Schrog will bump it up for Tim. She'll push it over to the back corner, picked up by Skolnick. Set to Marvin, off the block, picked up by Sluka. Spear with the set, out to Livers. Her tip, dug up by Tim. Weems will set it up for Haight. Her tip, picked up by Sluka. Set, goes to Livers, dug up by Wolf. Schrog with the dump, picked up by Schweitzer. Sluka back set to Spear, through the block, down to the floor, kill, Ivy Spear. Doane leads 15-8. Peters will re-enter for Bethel. Sluka still with serve for Doane. Picked up by Wolf. Peters sets it up for Tim. Goes off of Skolnick, out of bounds. Point to the Threshers. And Carrie Tim will go back to serve. Actually, we're going to have a substitution for Tim as Whitney Hebner will check in and serve.
Whitney Hebner. Hebner will serve.
Hebner gets the whistle. Her serve is up. Can be picked up by Skolnick. Sluka set to Marvin. Off the block and down to the floor. A kill for Chelsea Marvin. Livers will go back to serve. Doane leads 16-9. Jump serve. Picked up by Hebner. Set goes out to Thiessen. Dug up by Livers. Set to Andresen. It goes off of Schrug and off of Hebner. Kill for Tara Andresen. Point Tigers. 17-9 Doane leads. Livers. Jump serve is up. Picked up by Hebner. Peters will set it up. Haight will send it over. Livers picks it up. Set. Out to Andresen. Dug up by Hebner. Peters bump set to Thiessen. Through the block. Dug up by Sluka. Spear with the center dump. Picked up by Hebner. Set to Thiessen. And she's not able to make contact. That's a point to the Tigers. Doane doubles the lead, or doubles the score at 18-9. Tim will re-enter, replacing Hebner in the back row. Livers, jump serve. Picked up by Tim. Peters will set it up for Haight. Dug up by Sluka. Overpass picked up by Peters. Bumped up by Schrag. Sent over by Thiessen. Livers will pick it up. Sluka set to Marvin. Blocked at the net. Tigers still on the attack. Andresen. Dug up by Tim. Set in the middle. No one there. And it's a point for the Tigers. No one in the middle for the Threshers. Doane gets the point. As Alyssa Schrag will re-enter, replacing Morgan Peters. Jesse Livers still at serve. 19-9 Doane leads. Jump serve. Picked up by Tim. Schrag set to Weems. Picked up by Sluka. Set. Goes out to Andresen. Dug up by Kristen Schrag. Now Alyssa Schrag with the set to Thiessen. And it's through the block, out of bounds. A point for the Threshers on the kill from Bethany Thiessen. Substitutions for both teams. Mallory Haight back to serve. Haight serve, picked up by Janke. Sluka set, back to Spear. Blocked at the net, picked up by Janke. Spear will set it up for Andresen. Her tip, picked up by Schrag. Set goes to Oliver, dug up by Schwiezo. Sluka, set, out to Andresen. And her cut is going to go into the net. Point to the Threshers. Doane leads 19-11. Coach Meyer making a shift in the back row defense for Doane. Serve is going to be picked up by Jenke, bumped up by Sluka. Andresen attack is blocked at the net. Point Threshers. And Doane is going to take a timeout. While we have this break, we're going to take a quick look once again at the scores from earlier today in the opening round of the NAIA National Tournament. Olivet Nazarene defeating Osbury out of Kentucky. So Olivet Nazarene advances to Sioux City. Indiana Tech defeating King out of Tennessee. Point Loma defeated St. Thomas out of Texas in 3 games. College of Idaho defeating Menlo College out of California in 4. Lubbock Christian defeating Wiley, Battle of Texas Schools. So Lubbock Christian advances. And Southern Wesleyan out of South Carolina. That's actually not an NAIA tournament game. That's an NCCAA tournament game. So we'll ignore that one. Serve picked up by Jenke. Marvin on the attack, blocked at the net. Still Tigers on the attack. Andresen. Her cut is down to the floor. Kill for Andresen. Update from Sioux Center has Dordt College taking game 2, so they lead 2-0 in their match against Indiana Wesleyan. Serve from Marvin is in for an ace as it goes off of Tim. Marvin with 5 ace serves in the match. Doane leads 21-12. Marvin jump serve, picked up by Schrag. Now Schrag with the set, blocked at the net by Peterson and Andresen. Weems unable to get it through the block. Point Tigers, and we have another timeout. Doane leads 22-12. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more action of NAIA Championship Volleyball here in game number 4.
At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sports. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teens nationwide. NAIA institutions are based on respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character.
And welcome back. Doane leads 22-12 here in game number 4. Marvin still with serve. Jump serve. Off the tape of the net, picked up by Tim. Peters sets it up for Thiessen, and her attack is off the block and out of bounds. A point to the Threshers. Back to serve will be Billy Jurdy. 22-13. Serve picked up by Jenke. Sluka set to Andresen. Her attack picked up by Schrag. Bumped up by Thiessen. Now free balled over by Tim. Picked up by Andresen. Sluka set to Peterson. Off the block and out of bounds. A kill for Kelly Peterson. Substitutions for the Tigers. Doane 2 points away from advancing to Sioux City, Iowa. Serve from Davison. Picked up by Tim. Peters it up for Jurdy on the attack. Picked up by Jenke. Set goes to Andresen. Picked up by Tim. Peters will dump it over off the tape of the net. Falls on the Tiger side. A kill for Morgan Peters. That side out to the Threshers. 23-14, Doane leads. Wolf back to serve. Jump serve is up. Picked up by Jenke. Davison set to Andresen. Through the block. Picked up by Wolf. Peters tries to keep it alive, but not able to get there. A kill for the Tigers, and Doane has match point. Nicole Skolnick will check in to serve. Serve is up. Picked up by Wolf. Peters set out to Tim. through the block, down to the floor. Hill for Terry Tim, and the Threshers stay alive. Match point number 2 for the Tigers. Kristen Straub will serve for Bethel. Jump serve is up. In the net and down on the Bethel side. Service error sends the Tigers to Sioux City. Doane takes game number 4, 25-15. Special congratulations to both teams playing a hard-fought match here this evening. Very competitive on both sides as we had a huge crowd in attendance. Both teams should be proud of themselves. Special congratulations to Bethel College on a very fine season and advancing to the national tournament for the first time since 1983. Bethel College definitely has things going in the right direction under head coach Chad Schilling, but their season will come to a close at 23-10. Doane advancing with a victory. They improved to 27-8 on the season, and they will head to Sioux City with pool play beginning on December 2nd at the Tyson Event Center. So that will do it for us here this evening. Again, Doane College defeating Bethel College 3 games to 1, 25-17, 23-25, 25-8, and 25-15. I want to thank all of you for tuning in this evening for NAIA Championship Volleyball here on the Tiger Sports Network. I am Rick Schmicker saying thanks for listening. Good night, everybody.
Okay.
This has been a Doane College Athletic production on the Tiger Sports Network. Any reproduction or retransmission of this broadcast without the written consent of the Tiger Sports Network or Stretch Internet is strictly prohibited. This game on the Tiger Sports Network was brought to you by Ken's Pharmacy, Lincoln Orthopedic, Crete True Value, and Pinnacle Bank. Thanks so much for listening to the Tiger Sports Network. We'll see you next time.